Very few people know that number of motion equations for constant acceleration in one dimension are not 3 or 4, instead it is 5. Are you one of those? If your answer is yes, then stay with me and see all the 5 equations of motion for constant acceleration in one dimension. Motion equations for constant acceleration in one dimension consist of 5 variables. Let's see what are those 5 variables using car motion. Here, a car is moving with constant acceleration a, and if we take a snapshot at instant of time, here time t is equal to 0 second and the velocity is u, which we can take as the initial velocity. Now for the same motion, if we take a snapshot at different instant of time at time t, then that velocity is v, which is the final velocity of this motion. Now the distance traveled during this time period t is given by s in meters. Since this motion is one-dimensional motion, the displacement is same as the distance traveled. So here we saw there are 5 different variables. The u, initial velocity, measured in meter per second. V, final velocity, measured in meter per second. Then acceleration a, displacement s, and time t. Out of these 5 variables, 4 are vector quantities. Vectors for one-dimensional motion can be represented by 2 directions, the positive x direction and negative x direction. Now, using these 5 variables in different combinations, we are going to present 5 motion equations for constant acceleration in one dimension. Here is the equation number 1. The first equation is derived from definition of acceleration. As per the definition of acceleration, acceleration a is equal to the rate of change in velocity. Now, if we rearrange this equation, we will find that v is equal to u plus at. This is the first kinematic equation of motion. This equation consists of 4 variables v, u, a and t. Now, let's move to the equation number 2. Equation number 2 depends on the average velocity. Average velocity is equal to u plus v by 2, means initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2, if the motion is constant acceleration motion. Now, using this average velocity, we are going to find out the displacement of motion when its velocity change from u to v. So here the displacement is given by average velocity multiplied by time duration. Now if we input the value of average velocity, we'll get this equation. And this is the second kinematic equation of motion. This equation consists of 4 variables v, u, t and s. Now let's move to the equation number 3. Equation number 3 to 5 is derived from using the equation 1 and 2. Now using equation number 2, here we have to put the value of v in this equation from equation number 1. So if we put the value of v, we get this equation. Now by simplifying this equation, we'll get s equal to ut plus half at square. This is the third equation of motion or motion equation for constant acceleration in one dimension. This equation consists again the 4 variables u, a, t and s. Now let's check out the 4th equation. This equation also again uses the first two equations of motion using the displacement equation, and now we are going to put the value of t from using the equation number 1. When you put the value of t from equation 1 to 2, you will get s equal to, and rearranging this equation, you will get v square is equal to u square plus 2as. This is the fourth motion equation for constant acceleration in one dimension. Again, this equation also contains 4 different variables. Now let's move to the fifth and final equation. Here, as I told, again we will use first two equations to get this fifth equation as well. In this case also we use the second equation and we'll put the value of u using the equation number 1. Now by simplifying this equation, we'll get s equal to vt minus half et square. This equation also contains 4 variables. So here we saw that we get 5 motion equations for constant acceleration in one dimension motion. Here you see the equation 1 missing the variable s, similarly equation 2 missing the variable a, equation 3 v, and 4 t, and 5 is u. Now let's see different special cases of motion. Here the special case 1, where u is equal to 0, means when body start moving from rest. Here we will see all the 5 motion equations, how they will reduce to new equations when we put u is equal to 0. So here equation number 1, if you put u is equal to 0, the equation will be v is equal to et. Equation number 2 will reduce to s equal to vt by 2. Equation number 3 will reduce to s equal to half et square. Similarly, equation number 4, it will be v square equal to 2as. And equation number 5 will be s vt minus half et square. Now let's consider case number 2. In this case, when body is moving with uniform retardation, it means the acceleration is equal to minus a, means negative acceleration. Again, for this we'll check all the 5 equations. So here equation number 1 reduce to u minus et. Equation number 2 will remains the same because it doesn't contain the acceleration. Equation number 3 will be equal to ut minus half et square. Equation number 4 will be v square equal to u square minus 2as. And equation number 5 will be, here remember a is retardation because the negative sign we already included in these equations. Now let's check case number 3. In this case, free fall under gravity means acceleration is minus z, because if we take acceleration a positive in upward direction, the acceleration because of gravity is downward direction. That's why acceleration is minus z. Now let's check our 5 equations. So if we put acceleration a equal to minus z, our first equation will be v equal to u minus zt. Second equation will not get affected because it doesn't contain acceleration. Equation number 3, equation number 4, and equation number 5. As a precautionary note, in the end it is important to remember that all these motion equations are only valid for constant acceleration motion in a straight line path. And the value of all vector variables should be put with their respective signs. So now it is a time for 3 conceptual questions from today's session. Try these questions and put your answers and comments in comment box. Answer to these questions are there in description box below. I hope you would have enjoyed this session. If you think you have learned something new today, then please click like button and subscribe us for similar type of easy to learn videos. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.